Guys, so for this video we're going to look at Basketball by Ben Labs. Now this is a long overdue song. This was one I learned 10 years ago, basically when it came out, when the viral video came out of him playing some basketball, shooting hoops, and then creating that sick riff with it, right? But in light of looking back on 10 years since learning this song, I had to do a tribute video to this. So I want to teach it to you finally, and here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start with the tuning of something interesting here. You're going to start with tuning the 6th string to D, 5th string to G, so down a whole step from A. The 4th string remains the same at D. Then your 3rd string is also going to remain the same at G. We're going to do B flat or A sharp for the 2nd string, and then finally D for your 1st string. And you have this wonderful tuning right here. So I tabbed this one out 10 years ago, and we're going to take a look at each riff. I kind of relearned it myself because I haven't played it in forever. So the beginning we have... Alright, what's going on here with the left hand? We have on the 5th fret of your 4th string, and then hammer on from nowhere to your 7th fret on the 3rd string. And it's like you're doing a bass kick on the 5th string, open 5th string. And then hammering on from 7th to 8th fret on your 4th string. This song is going to be a lot of hammer-ons from nowhere, so get that left hand strength up. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are already intermediate players, so for beginners, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I encourage you to get your finger strength up when it comes to a lot of hammer-ons from nowhere, producing notes. A quick tip I will give you is make sure to hammer on close to the fret line right here, the nut, and you'll have the most volume. So we have... So what's going on with our right hand? The percussion, right? Because that's equally as important. We have... You could start with just... We'll break it down, we'll make it simple. We have... And then I like to do bass, snare. Alright? We're not going to embellish anything, nothing fancy yet, nothing like... Alright, so we had... Bass kick after that. And then after that 8th fret hammer on, snare, 8th fret on the 5th string, bass kick, and then 7th fret, 5th string. Alright, once more. Then 3rd fret to 2nd fret, 5th string. If you guys want to learn more about just a lot of fingerstyle, a lot of advanced techniques, a lot of the percussive side of things, I have a course that goes through a ton of etudes I've written that'll really take you in depth on all the techniques, take you from intermediate to advanced level. I would love for you to go check that out. Once more. So that's your main riff. Now let's look at the, I guess you could say the verse, right? We have... First half of the verse, we're looking at this chord right here. We're gonna have our 2nd finger on, or you could use your 1st and 2nd finger here, but I'm gonna use my 2nd and 3rd finger. I'm on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then I'm placing my other finger, 2nd fret, 2nd string. And I'm using my thumb through to my 3rd finger to play 5th string through to the 2nd string. I'm going to do a bass kick snare, pulling off on the 2nd string, and then open 1st string. Okay? And that's going to be... So, 2nd fret is on the 2nd string, open 1st string, 2nd fret, 2nd string, and then pulling off to this chord right here. I'm barring the 1st fret with my 1st finger across the top 2 strings, top 3 strings actually, and then my 3rd finger is going on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And I'm doing strings 6 through 3 with my thumb and fingers. And we're keeping that simple percussion as we go along. So from the beginning, you'll notice as I do, the drum temporarily stops right there. We just focus on the melody. Then we have... Okay, well, what's that? Pulling off and then hitting 3rd fret to open on the 1st string. And it's a little bit quicker with the changes here. Da, 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 da. So it's da, kind of like 16th notes if you're focusing on the, because it is going to be a little bit of that funky beat, right? That 1, 2, triplets. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hard to explain, easier to play. Okay, we're going hammering on 2nd fret, pulling off, and then 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So then we're going to go to this chord here, hitting that note right there, 2nd fret on the 3rd string. Simple drum beats. Then this chord right here, 3rd fret on the 5th and 3rd string. What's that there? We're going to start with octaves. 5th fret, slide down to the 3rd fret on, again, 5th and 3rd string. And then you can bar your 5th through 4th string, 5th through 3rd string, sorry, slide from the 3rd fret to the 7th fret, and that's going to create a cool 5 chord, a power chord right there. So it's... Alright, so together we had... the main riff. Alright, what's that right there? How do we end that 2nd main riff right there? Alright, so it starts with that right there. 10th fret, 3rd string. 8th fret, 4th string. To open 4th string, it's going to be 13th fret, 12th fret. And this chord right here, barring the 8th fret, top 2 strings, 10th fret, 4th string. And then harmonics, 12th fret, 1st and then 2nd string. All the while you're keeping the nice simple beat of percussion. You'll have to get used to one hand at a time. So listen to, I don't really have a tab out I didn't pay too much attention to the percussion throughout this song. So I'm keeping it moderately simple. Go back and listen to the recording to get a better idea. But I am quite sure on the fret positions and whatnot. I spent a lot of time, I remember looking at the video, watching his fingers, and you'll have most of the melody down for the most part. And then this chord right here. Right, so we start with hammering on from the 5th, not to the 7th of the 3rd string, but to 7th of the 4th string this time. And then you're gonna do 5th fret, pulling off, 7th fret, pulling off, 1st string. Hammering on to 10th fret of the 1st string, and you're going to do this with the 2nd finger, and here's why. Your chord is going to be this right here. You're going to use your 2nd finger to play the 10th fret. You're going to have your pinky on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, and then you are going to bar the 8th fret of the bass strings, particularly the top 2 if you can't quite hit the 3rd string. And you're going to have, I paid extra close attention to this, I don't know if Ben intended to play open 3rd string or not, but he did in the video. So That's the chord you're hearing in the video right there. So once more, that's going to be. Okay. Then we're going to go back to this bit. Then, this right here. Barring the first fret, top 2 strings, 3rd fret on the 4th string. And then you're going to do that right there. Pulling off to 1st fret that you're barring on the 4th string. And then you're going to place your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Alright, it's going to be barring 5th fret. And then your pinky is going to go on the 8th fret of the 4th string. And then you're going to do that right there. You're going to bar the 5th fret with your 1st finger all the way across. So you can do the pull off with your 3rd finger from the 7th fret to the 5th fret on the 3rd string. Then, which is 8th fret barring 1st finger, and then 12th fret with your pinky on the 4th string. Pulling off to 10th fret, and then to 8th fret. Alright, and then the funky bit is going to be... So, what have we got going on there? Interesting, right? We're going to start with this chord right here. We've used this chord in the verse, barring the 1st fret, across top strings, and then 3rd fret, 5th string. You're going to come up and do that 12th fret harmonic slap with your left hand. And you got to get the timing right too with the percussion. I'll try and play it a little slower for you. Then, first hammer-on. This is going to be a series of hammer-ons on your 5th and 4th string. You're going to go 8th fret, I like to use my 2nd and 3rd finger for this. You can use your 1st and 2nd finger. You're going to do 8th fret on both, and then 7th fret, 5th string, 8th fret, 4th string. And then the next 2 hammer-ons are going to be 6th fret, and then 7th fret. So 6th fret, 5th string, 7th fret, 4th string. And then bring the 6th fret down to the 5th fret. Alright, together you have. Then it's going to be 4th fret, 5th string, and then 5th fret, 4th string. And then 3rd fret on both strings. And then finally, 1st fret on the 5th string, 3rd fret, 4th string. So. And you'll have to really pay attention to the timing, listen to the audio. Ultimately, you'll have to listen to the song to get the rhythm because there's not a precise tab for the song. And it's been a while since I've played it. I can't really even remember off by heart how the rhythm goes, but I do know that this is what the fretting hand is doing, and you can kind of create or improvise with your own rhythm, right? We had. And then we're going to finish without any drums, just nice and gently. And then the drum step in here, the bass kick, over there and there. yeah, that's how you play basketball. Thank you guys. Like, leave a thumbs up, and be sure to comment what you would like your next lesson to be on.